What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the recording. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. It's Saturday. I'm back in office. Still a little like jet lagged, tired, and everything. So probably do 2, maybe 3 videos today. But we'll be back to the regularly scheduled programming on Monday. This was I wanted to catch up on a couple of stories I missed on Friday. This was an interesting one where a comedian had told essentially a pretty milquetoast joke about the left's sacred cow, Dylan, and a couple of wokies in the crowd had total meltdowns, and it's just a great moment. I hope more comedians do this. In this particular story, I actually happen to know this comedian. I may be attending their wedding, so it's a fun double dip to cover someone I actually know. And this video is sponsored by Meta PCs. It's the computer I use. It's the laptop I use. It's the computer I recommend to friends and family. I'm going to leave a link in the description to some systems I put together with them to have like a good, better, best, and Sano. The ultimate build is actually what I'm on right now. But you can still do a completely ground up custom build. You can do laptops, financing. They're veteran owned. And promo code THEQUARTERING will save you money on your PC when you're in the market. F you, transphobe. Moment furious hecklers storm out of comedian Chrissy Mayr's Dallas show after she joked about trans influencer Dylan not having top or bottom surgery. Now, before we get into the hilarity of it all, it's a very reasonable criticism, I think. I just do. I mean, I understand, especially bottom surgery, like people's apprehension. It's very expensive to get it done well, apparently. I don't know, are there people that do it well? The top surgery is something that lots of people are doing. So why hasn't Dylan done that? If Dylan is truly trans, wouldn't that be gender affirming care? A comedian was heckled over her jokes about Dylan Mulvaney not having top or bottom surgery after a year after girlhood, before they stormed out screaming, F you, transphobe. We need more of this in comedy. Comedy has, like, we've entered the era of, like, woke comedy, which is unfunny, safe, and lame. Unless you want to, like, make cringe Donald Trump jokes forever and ever. Dylan Mulvaney is a public person who is worth many tens of millions of dollars, and absolutely free game to make fun of. You're not going after Dylan's family. You're not going after Dylan's brother or kids or whatever the kid. This is a public person who is worth many, many millions of dollars, who makes their money by being a public personality. So that's what comes with it. Chrissy Mayr was performing at Hyena's Comedy Club in Dallas in early May, where she made a joke about Dylan that faced a huge backlash. I don't really think it was a huge backlash. We'll look at the video, though. Why has it been a year of girlhood and still no chest? She joked. Why no chest for Dylan? I don't understand. An audience member yelled out, because he's a man. Mayr agreed, before a woman in the audience corrected the comedian, yelling, no, she's a woman. It's always the same type of person who do this, by the way. Uh-oh, we have one of those. Mayr joked with the crowd. It's all good. We can have different beliefs. It's okay. I wonder if I can play this.
365 days. Why has it been a year of girlhood and still no tits?
Yeah, I think a fair question to ask.
That's day one, okay? If I'm transitioning to a dude, day one I'm getting a cock. And I'm getting the biggest one you can find. Like, go into the back room, get me something black, okay? I have something to prove here.
By the way, the crowd seems to be enjoying it, right? It seems to be laughing right along.
Why no tits for Dylan? I don't understand. Because he's a man. Yeah, he can go tomorrow.
Of course.
Uh-oh. We have one of those. I figured. No, it's all good. We can all have different beliefs. It's okay. Some of us can believe in reality and some of us can't.
Ah.
This is America. We should have different beliefs. It's all good. It's all good. Binary, we didn't have bisexual. We didn't have as many labels. It was just like, oh, you're not bisexual. You're just fun at parties.
Self-soothing.
Good time. Yeah, just like the real Princeton, I've let in some people I shouldn't have.
I like how they're all look. Be very careful. How do I word this? They all look like I expected them to look. Every one of them.
I let in some people because they were real athletic. You know what I mean? I saw potential.
Every one of them.
Just because they were Puerto Rican. They can't all be white, right? You have to see yourself represented in the pamphlet, sir. You can't, right? Because you see yourself coming here. Transphobe! Is that the best you can do?
This is great for Chrissy Mayr because these people were obviously extremely triggered. The other 99.5% of the crowd thought it was hilarious.
Oh my God.
Or at the very least we're not offended by it.
I'm so sad. Make sure she gets home safe. I don't want those women to get harpooned in the neck.
Oh, jeez.
I'm worried about their safety. There's poachers out there. They're gonna want their tusks. They were fat though, and that did help. How many colors? Did they have colored hair?
I mean, they look exactly like you would expect. And I don't know, there is some correlation. Although, look, I live in Wisconsin. It's the fattest state in the fattest country on earth. So I'm also a fat. So I don't know if you can necessarily say like people who are out of shape are like, you know, predisposed to social justice. But it does seem like there's you don't see a lot of super attractive SJWs. I think that's how I'll put it. You don't see a lot of super fit, super attractive, woke people. I mean, other than Hollywood people, but it's my opinion, my strong opinion that I would bet a large amount of money on, is that most of these people in Hollywood are actual complete morons and have nothing. They have no idea of what, like, the culture battle. They have no idea anything about this woke crap. Someone just tells them to say stuff, and someone tells them to put a shirt on that says like protect trans kids, and then they get a bunch of, you know, they get 3 more points on their woke ESG scores or whatever, and they get a new role. If you've ever met an actor before, the overwhelming majority of them are so incredibly self-absorbed and self-obsessed that there's just literally no room left for them to obsess about politics and things of that nature. Someone tells them that it's good for business to back Biden. Someone tells them that it's good for business to say, like, we're going to protect drag queens. And that's what they say, because that's what they are. They're empty husks of humans that have sold their souls to the devil in exchange for money and fame. Myers continued to poke fun at the LGBTQ plus community, as she later described bis as just fun at parties. Throughout the video, Mayr showed a group of women sitting at their table appearing to be uncomfortable with the jokes. They were so uncomfortable, Mayr claimed, that these women went straight to management to complain and then proceeded to stampede, knock over my merch table. This is the conflict when it comes to comedy and leftists. It's just not compatible, she wrote on Twitter. She also claimed that after the Mulvaney joke, the women stayed long enough to finish their French fries before storming out. As the women stormed up, one of them yelled, "F you." The comedian was unfazed by the insult, yelling back, "Is that the best you can do? Oh my God, it's so sad. Make sure they get home safe. I don't want them to get harpooned on their way home." I mean, that's a pretty easy, I mean, look, sometimes you lay it right up for them. I think it looks like she said no group should be safe from being made fun of. She told the outlet, "I will keep making fat jokes and trans jokes because I enjoy it and crowds clearly do too. The only joke a comedian should stop doing is ones that don't get a laugh. Just because society pretends to be more woke and evolved doesn't mean people don't still laugh at the same things we did 20, 30, 40 years ago." Well, yeah, I mean, I think farts are still hilarious. and I'm 40 now. So good for Chrissy getting a viral clip. I think, you know, she should continue to do this kind of thing. And you know, just as Bud Light, how getting woke has worked out for them. Remember to check out check out Meta PCs. By the way, there's this little chat box in the lower right-hand corner. You can tell them the quartering sent you. I'll leave a link in the description. Always love when people check out. They've got ready to ship, desktops, laptops, financing, all sorts of stuff. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, and we'll talk to you again real soon.